Je suis libre. Bonjour, mes enfants, mes petits chauffeurs, mes amis. C'est Sunday. I can't remember the French for Sunday. Mardi, mercredi. I don't know. Samedi. Samedi, is it Sunday? Bonjour, je suis Carla. Aujourd'hui, je suis français. Pour un petit moment. Mon français, c'est très terrible and will run out now. Good morning. Good morning. It is Sunday. It is the 24th of February 2019. And jolly good morning to you all. How the devil are you? Let's say some good mornings in the chat. Good morning, Monumental, which is Andrew. Good morning, Smart Reselling Darren. Good morning, Flipping Bunny. I don't recognise Flipping Bunny as a name unless somebody's changed their name for themselves. Good morning, Sophia, Julie, Daniel, Cat France, Jason, Misha's mum, Kath Palmer, Chica C, Lil Al, Phoebe, Bumblebee, Kathy D, Buccaneer Beth. Good morning, everybody. I hope I didn't miss anyone. How the devil are we all? Are we all well? C'est n'est pas une French lesson because c'est terrible French. If any French people are listening, they're probably like, oh my God, what's she doing to the language? Good morning, Lex. Good morning, BCP. How are we all? Are we all well? Are we all cheerful? It's, I don't know whether that make things worse. Don't know, better, worse, or about the same. Anyone who's ever been to an eye test will recognise that tone of voice. Better, worse, or about the same. Good morning, Mrs. Chippenham, sat at free boot sale in the fog. I did put up a foggy boot sale picture on Instagram this morning. Good morning, Patricia, mum of 5 sons. How lovely to see you all. I have been AWOL, absent without leave. Good morning, Caroline, who says it's a beautiful spring morning here in Devon. It's cheering up now. It was foggy first thing, but it's looking lovely out there now. Andrew says, good bit of booting this morning, which is compensated for the 4 hours sleep. Why go to bed earlier, mate? Go to bed at night. Good morning, Dave, who says, bacon! Natalie's downstairs, so bacon references will be passed on when she reappears. Good morning, Lucy T. She's shouting bacon up the stairs. Are you watching that? No, she can hear me. Good morning, Betsy. Good morning, Dave by Glamour. So I went to the car boot sale. It was foggy. It was a foggy start, and now it's brightened up beautifully. And I'm tempted to go back because there were more cars arriving as I left, but I was tired by then. Oh, and here's Molly. Good morning, Molly. Good morning, Molly Moo. Small haul. Very much looking forward to summer car boots. In fairness, I don't need to source at the moment. I wasn't here last week, as you know, for my live because I went to visit a friend, and the friend gave me 8 plastic crates of vintage homewares, ornaments, linens, antique linens, modelling stuff, all sorts of stuff like that to be sold. So I've got 8 crates of that and a lot waiting to go through. I recently got another 10 sacks of clothing, which I've already processed and kept what I want to keep, but I haven't listed any of it yet. Oh dear, groups aren't too bad. I only did them for yesterday. There's a fight going on behind me. Can you see this? There we go. Molly is now big enough to get on the bed herself. Are you still fighting? Or is the game over because I showed people what you were doing? No, we're still fighting. That was a bit mean. Don't let her pee on the... She peed on the bed again yesterday. It's twice she's done that now. Daniel has to go. Bye, Daniel. Nice to see you. Very briefly. Sit down again. I've lost my train of thought. So yeah, 8 crates of vintage homewares and stuff like that. And here's Natalie in the chat now. Everybody shout bacon at Natalie. And then 10 bags of clothes to be processed. I've still got the stuff that I bought from the car boot sale 2 weeks ago, which I didn't even show you guys because I didn't do a live that day. And then I've just bought a little bit more now. I don't need to be sourcing, really. I need to be listing is what I need to be doing. Listing. Misha's mum, are you still getting bags ready? I did put off for a while. I had a kind of an 8-week gap over Christmas and New Year, and while I moved into the office where I didn't get any bags. But I'm back on the bags now. That sounds terrible. I think Anthony's just arrived home. There will be barkage sort of shortly. The reason it's quieter here today is because Buddy's not here. Buddy went camping with Anthony last night, but Buddy's just about to come in, so there may be barking now. So, yeah, Lex was supposed to come this weekend, and apparently sofas more important than me. Sofas are more important than visiting me. So, what can you do? What can you do when somebody cares about a new sofa more than they care about their friends? I've got some mods in there, haven't I? I'm sure my mods are on the ball this morning. Lovely. So yeah, I haven't got clothing on. Just got a little bit of car beauty haul for you. Is Jason Entwistle in? He is, isn't he? I saw him earlier on. Okay. Somebody distract Jason Entwistle, make him look the other way. Okay? There's some stuff in here that he'll just get cross about. Your new sofa is lush. BCP says, oh, I get worried when someone says, do you want to see some puppies? Okay, first item. Look at this. Itchy as heck, man. Why do people wear pure new wool when it's so bloody itchy? It is a knitted pure new wool scarf. Highland Home Industries, 70% mohair, 30% wool, woven in Scotland, dry clean only. Can you? Is that focusing? Can you see that? It's got pockets built in. But God, why do people? Oh, look at that! Oh, look, I'm about to go potato picking. Pockets built in. Smells a little bit cupboardy. Cupboardy is a word. Anybody who's watched Little Britain will tell you that cupboardy is a word. But it was £1, and I think I'm going to turn it into 15 easily. So yeah, nabbed that for £1. Hi, Andrea. Good morning, Mags. Jason, look the other way. I promise you there aren't any of those things that you mentioned. That's why would I have those things? Hey, buddy. Buddy just came up to say hello. I ignored him and he's gone again. Buddy. No, he's now saying hello to the dogs instead. However, there may be some of these. I am on. There's a moth in here. I wonder if the moth came out of my woolen scarf. Oh, we got bloody moth holes in it. I'm supposed to be on a mug buying ban. Can anybody else see the moth? Is it too small to be picked up by the camera? Go away, moth. I'm supposed to be on a mug buying ban. And I have failed at not buying mugs today. So these were £5 for the 3. No, they weren't. They were £4.50 for the 3. £4.50. Dave says, who's a mug? Tinkerbell usually goes quite well, so I'm quite pleased with that one. The light's not great, is it? Sorry about the light. I really do need to work on the lighting in this room. But yeah, so large Tinkerbell. Got the wrong teeth in. I would expect 15 easily on the Tinkerbell mug, maybe more because it's the large one. Down says, buy one, get moth free. Bog moth. Good morning, Becca. Hi, Margaret. And hi, Sean. One I've never had before is a large Buzz mug, a large Buzz Lightyear mug. So that's a new one. Hello, what's going on? Hello, buddy.
I'm very excited to see you.
Hello, buddy. Did you have a nice time away? Did you go camping? Oh, Molly's just stood on Buddy's head. Andrea said she had that Tinkerbell mug, sold it for 12. Well, I shall sell it for 15 or die trying. Probably just take 12. Hi, Mike's Graphics. Lex is shouting that at you in the background. And the other one is just a Churchill barrel piglet mug. The light is dreadful, isn't it? I really do. Lex, you're a filmmaker. Come and help me sort my lighting out. There we go. Piglet barrel mug. Hi, Deb Stevens. Yeah, so 3 mugs, £4.50. Scarf for £1. This got chucked in free. It's a Dymo plastic label tape. I'll probably get £3 or £4 for it if I'm lucky. I could stick it in my Dymo because I think I've got the right one for that. Don't use my Dymo anymore. That would be pointless. Don't listen to me. Talk a load of guff. Next says I'll bring my lighting rig and green screen. That would be lovely, but I want something that will still work after you've gone home. So unless you're leaving me all your equipment. Good morning, Alison. I got a Harry Potter cassette set for £1. These do still sell. This one's a bit yellowed on the top and whatever, and it's the Prisoner of Azkaban. Molly's coughing her guts up in the hallway. God knows what she's just at. Molly, you okay? Molly? Stop coughing. I'm sure she's fine. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban on cassette. They do still sell. Be careful if you buy the later ones because some of the later books are split into 2 sets. And quite often you find the wrong cassettes are in the case or you've only got half the book or whatever. So do be careful if you grab those. Yeah, there you go. Andrew Nolan says he sold one of those Harry Potter cassette sets for £10 and the box was knackered as well. A Smiggle pencil case. I paid £1.50 for this off of Steve, my car boot guy. He said he normally gets £2. I offered him £1 and then I said, oh, I'll give you £1.50. It's not been filled in on the name and address bit here and the timetable bit that's in there and all that's back, and it's in lovely condition. There was another one at another store that was only 50p, but it was broken on the corner here where the pencil sharpener goes, so I left that one. But yeah, that probably will come in at 10 quid easily. Always look out for Smiggle. Smiggle is good. Good morning, Catherine. Pair of shoes. They're not a brand I've heard of. They're called Ross Tech. Ross Homerson. Can you guys see that? Ross Homerson is the label, and it's not a brand I've heard of, but they are a large shoe. They say inside 11.5M. Now I think that's an American size, because I don't think they're an 11.5. I think they're probably a 9.5. So American sizes, you take 2 off to get to English sizes. I'm an 8, so I'll try them on. If they're massively, massively gaping, then I'll believe that they're 11.5. But if they're only a bit gaping, then I'll think they're a 9.5, if you follow my drift. Big shoes go well. More and more ladies are being born with big feet. It's, ladies' foot sizes are increasing over the years. But additionally, of course, we now have people who are transitioning from other genders. And so they're obviously, when you transition, you don't change your foot size. So men tend to have larger feet than women. So people who are transitioning from male to female want ladies' shoes in larger sizes. Said she, very carefully to avoid causing any offence anywhere. Calvin says, I spent £50 in Smiggle last year and came out with a tiny bag for exactly. We walked into Smiggle once with my daughter and literally did a U-turn and walked back out when we saw the prices. Fred Perry. When I bought this, I was like, oh, Fred Perry. And then after I walked away, I was like, oh, it's Paul Smith I want, not Fred Perry. But it's a Fred Perry ladies' blouse, and it's the Amy Winehouse Foundation. So it's that kind of fifth bowling shirt style. See if I can find a button. Lex says, I'm offended. Not sure what by, but I'll have a go. What are you what sizing about, Lex? What are you shouting? Are you shouting what size about this dress or about the shoes? Or about the Smiggle thing or whatever? I don't know. This is, yeah, from the Amy Winehouse collection, Fred Perry bowling style shirt. And it is a 10, which will fit you, Lex. I feel wildly confident that that will fit you beautifully. For you are slender of line and size. I've lost it. You could always wear it undone, chick. You could wear it undone. But yeah, so there you go. I've done all the buttons up so that you can see it properly. Ah, there you go. Busy Bee says Amy Winehouse Fred Perry can go for good money. Well, that was what made me pick it up, because I thought that's unusual. And I've never seen any of it before. Never sold any of it before. No idea if it has any value at all, but I paid £1. So why wouldn't you for £1? Good morning, Patricia. She says good morning from the Netherlands. Good morning. Yeah, so I have no idea what the money is on that. Frequently have no idea what the money is on the stuff I buy. I just go, that looks nice, and buy it. I got 3 comforters for 50p. None of them are branded, I don't think. Oh, this one's from 2 at Sainsbury's. But I am discovering that comforters do not have to be branded to be wanted. So I guess somebody buys your child a comforter, your child becomes attached to it and loses it. You don't even toss what brand it is. You just want another one. This one is Hey Baby. Hey Baby. Ooh. I want. Oh, Natalie's going in the background. I want to know if you be my girl. And this one is Jane Co UK Limited. There we go. So 3 of those 50p. There'll be at least a £5 each in those, at least. And it says he's never seen one comforter for sale. I think it will depend on the way that you browse. So if you've programmed your brain to look for computer games or tech or whatever, you just walk straight past all the ladies selling baby clothes, because you're like, that's not my thing. That's not my thing. Now, I don't buy baby clothes, but I do buy comforters, and I will walk past all the tech. And I guarantee you that this morning I would have walked past things at that boot sale that would have sold for amazing money, and I would have walked straight past it, because I don't work that way. That's not how my brain goes. So I guarantee you, Andrew, they're out there. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Lisa. Lisa Fenn's just in. Heather the Pirate. Heather the Treasure Pirate. Hiya peeps, just popped in to say hi off to London. Ooh, up that London. Going up that London. We'll try and catch up later. Have fun up that London. Love the season. Hi. I don't think I've missed anyone else. There you go. Darren says I picked up a Disney comforter this week. Phoebe spotted it. Phoebe spotted it because Darren's eyes go straight past these things, you see. How do you generally sell them? All on eBay. All on eBay. Can we get out of the bag of shopping? I'd be very grateful if we got out of the bag of shopping. Thank you. You're very fierce. I'm terrified. Everybody watching it. Can you get out of the bag? Right. Is Jason Entwistle definitely looking the other way? Yeah? Somebody's distracted him. Yeah? Giving him something to play with, taking him in a corner, giving him a book to read. He's definitely not looking right now, okay? Just, I bought these. Da-da-da. 50p each. Must have enough for another bundle now. Must have. I'm nearly done. Yeah, Nigel's saying same for charity shops. Easy to look for what you know and walk by things of value. Pimpernel placemats. Shasta Rooney, if you watch this later, these are your fault. I bought these. I think they are I know they're honeysuckle. It says on the box honeysuckle, which is the name of the design. There we go, honeysuckle on the end of the box there. I think they're the William Morris. Somebody will know. Are these William Morris honeysuckle? Is that what I'm thinking? Are they? But that's why I bought them. They were £1.50 or possibly £2. They might have been £2. And that's why I bought them, because A, they're boxed, and B, they're William Morris, which is a classic design. There you go, Lex is saying yes, classic design. Is that the puppy on my bed? You can see Buddy currently sitting on the bed. The puppy is just next to the bed. You can see her tail every now and again. She's savaging Kai. Kai and her are having a little bit of a scrap. Molly, will you come and say hello to Lisa? Come here, Molly, come here. Come here, man. Oh, just a quick. She doesn't like this chair. She doesn't like the light or the computer, so she gets scared. There we go. Look, say hello. Yeah, see how suddenly still and quiet she's gone. There's a good girl. Off you go. I know you don't like it. There's a good girl. She's got dirty feet. Luckily, that's mud. I've now got a muddy boob. Dear, dog's always got dirty feet. She digs in the flower beds in the garden. Good morning, Chelsea. Good morning, French Fancies. French Fancies, oh my God, I love that puppy. She's getting big. She's now a large dog. I'm going back to the company. Are you? Okay, have you taken Buddy? Okay, bear with me a second, people. Did he not like it? He's all right. He got on right, but he got common. Yeah, yeah. There was to scope the car this morning. Okay. Okay. All right. You have fun. See you later. Sorry about that. Okay. What did I just show you? We were talking about William Morris, then I showed you a puppy, which I'm not selling on eBay. I'm sure somebody said definitely William Morris. Yeah, Lex said definitely William Morris. Exact shirt going for 70 to 80 brand new with that. Mine's not brand new with tags, but it is in excellent condition. Nice. That was, I think that just goes to show that sometimes you should just go with intuition. I saw it, I thought, oh, Fred Perry, I'll buy that. And I thought, Amy Winehouse, I'll definitely buy that. But I didn't know anything about it. So sometimes your brain does know what it's doing, even though you don't know. Karen's in, it says, good morning, no notification here. I've switched you off, Karen. I don't let you know when I'm coming. I'm sneaking up behind you. Last couple of bits. Very much the last two things. One Jules body lotion or body scrub, this one. You usually pick these up for 50p. Nearly everyone sells these for 50p, and I collect them until I've got about 6 or 7, and then I sell them in a bundle for between 12 and 15 quid, and they go every time. So always worth looking for. And then this, a vintage Tandy computerized graduate chess game. There are all the pieces are in here, and I have counted them. This bit opens up. I did count them. There are 33. Bear in mind there should be 32 for a standard game of chess. So it'd be interesting to find out whether I've actually got the right ones. And of course, whether it will work is another matter. But it takes a 9-volt. So the only 9-volt I have is in my scales. So we'll have to do a surgical procedure on the scales and steal the battery. Okay, one battery stolen. Yep, it's come on. Oh, it's got a couple of pixels missing on the screen, I think. Bye, Anthony. Oh, no, it works. It works. They're not pixels missing. That was just the new start. So I'm sure somebody who knows how it actually works will know what to do with it. A4 to H5. B2 to F6. I don't play chess. I do know where the moves, where the pieces can go in a standard game, but I've never played a computerized chess game, but it does work. So try and steal my battery back now. Yeah, so Anthony went camping last night and took Buddy with him. We weren't sure whether Buddy would like it. Apparently Buddy did enjoy himself, but it was too cold. It reached 0 degrees last night, and Buddy is a dog who does not appreciate getting cold. So he's brought him home today. He's only down in Cheddar. So or Chew Valley or something like that. So he brought him home and he's going back there for another night, but Buddy's not going for another night. The chat seems to have stopped. Have I died? Or good morning, my favourite Steve. How the devil are you? How many days now, Steve, before you're free? How many days before you're out in the big wide world? For anyone who doesn't know, Steve is leaving his job and going full time. I can't get the back on the scales. Why life got to be this way? Lex says she wants to go camping. You go camping with Anthony anytime you want, mate. I don't want to. He does very rustic camping. Very, very rustic camping. As in, he builds a bed out of grass and stuff. Not my idea of fun. So yeah, there we go. Steve's leaving his job in 4 days' time. 4 days' time, Steve will be out in the world making a living as an honest reseller, as a reseller. So good luck with that, Steve. We're all behind you. We're all quite a long way behind you in case you fail, and we don't want to be associated with. We're all behind you. You're not going to fail. You're not going to fail. You're going to be fine. Yeah, Alex does not want to do that kind of camping. Glamping would be all right, wouldn't it? They call it glamping, don't they, when you go in a posh tent and sleep on a double bed. It says, hashtag free Steve. Yeah, I love that. Oh, Steve said it for us. So yeah, free Steve. Hashtag free Steve. And French says camping in February in the UK. Where yeah, very rustic camping. More kind of survivalist stuff. He does a very very, very basic. If you are not already subscribed to the Steve Green Adventure, you should be. If you click on his name in the chat, I think you should be able to get to his channel that way round. Either way, it is called The Steve Green Adventure. Go and sub. If you haven't subbed, then go and do it now. If you don't go and do it now, then I demand explanations. Please write on both sides of the page. BCP says, build a bed out of grass, a large bag of weed for a pillow. Something like that. Apparently, if you have enough weed, you don't need a pillow. So there you go. That's my haul. Can you see the Octonauts? There's 4 bags of Octonauts. I got the whole lot for £8, but I've got no little Octonauts figures. And I don't know whether to go ahead and sell them. That's not from the car boot sale, that's from the charity shop. I don't know whether to go ahead and sell them without getting any characters, or whether to try and get some characters to add to it. I missed out on a bundle of characters the other night. So, and Steve says he started training for Carla versus Steve 3. You won't win. I have now beaten you twice. Even psychologically now, every time we arm wrestle, you will be wondering how long before you lose, because that's how your brain's going to work. The moment that you and I clasp hands, you'll be like, oh dear, here we go again. And that's it. Psychologically, mate, I've got you. You are mine. I am the champion. You're a loser. Loser. Just live with it. Just accept it. You can be a very successful reseller, but you cannot beat me at an arm wrestle. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Lisa. I was looking at Octonauts characters and wondering, I missed out on a bundle the other day. I just don't want to spend very much because I'm tight. Karin says I got quite a few new subs this week. Must have liked my people. I haven't watched that yet, Karin. I'm behind on all of my YouTube because I've been downstairs too much recently. I don't know why. I've got YouTube. I can watch YouTube on the downstairs telly, and yet it never occurs to me to do it. I'm not signed in, so I guess I don't have the list, the subscriptions. There we go. Darren says, for those who haven't seen the Carla versus Steve fights, it's like Rocky, except Rocky always loses. He can't help it. The problem is that You see, Steve Green, he's a modern man. He's a modern man. He's been taught that women are the superior race. Steve says, I'm going to do a Rocky-style training video. I just need a chicken. I've never seen Rocky, so I don't actually get that reference, I'll be honest, but I'm sure everyone who has. I'm sure everybody who's seen Rocky gets that reference perfectly well. But I've never seen it. Lots of things I've never seen. Never seen Star Wars. Oh, Snotty Woman in the charity shop, I see. I'll have to go and watch that, Karen. I'm very, very much behind on my viewing. So there we go. I don't know how much I've spent. That's what I usually work out, isn't it? I had £63 in pound coins, and I had about 30 quid in notes, which I didn't touch. So Andrew says, I want to know what kind of training you've been doing that right. Maybe he's left-handed, Andrew. Maybe that's the problem, eh? Maybe he's left-handed. Is the stuff fox still at the car boot? It wasn't there. The guy himself wasn't there this week. And the guy was there the week before last, and the fox wasn't. So I'm assuming he sold it. Were you thinking of getting it? Last time Lex and I went to the car boot, there was a really ratty stuffed fox that Lex had an eye on. So what's the story of the chicken? Because everybody's now talking about the chicken, and I don't know that. I've got £48.50 left out of £63. That means I spent like 13 quid, doesn't it? £14.50. £14.50 I spent. That doesn't seem enough. I thought I'd spent more than that. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9.50, 10.50. I did spend more. I must have had a couple of quid more that I didn't realise I had. Must have had a little bit more than 63. Either way, I've spent about 20 quid, I think. Adam Kelsey's in, and Lainey. When did Lainey come sneaking in? I didn't see Lainey Ray sneaking. Snuck in the back door when I wasn't looking. So yeah, not a bad little haul for what I've spent, but a very small. I'm struggling. I am torn between really, really wanting to source because that's the part of the job I enjoy, and knowing that I shouldn't because I've got a shit load of back stock that I haven't listed. So I'm a bit torn. I'm really looking forward to the car boot season. So, Hi, Kim Kelly. Lisa said, I only saw a couple of your comforters. Please, can you recap on what you bought this morning? Quick recap. I bought 5 Harry Potter DVDs that we're not telling Jason Entwistle about. I bought 3 comforters. I bought 3 Disney mugs, Buzz Lightyear, Tinkerbell, and Piglet. I got a Dymo label thing. I got a Smiggle pencil case. I got a Harry Potter cassette set. I got a computerized chess game. I got some William Morris Pimpernel table mats. I got an Amy Winehouse Fred Perry shirt. I got a large pair of ladies' shoes, and I got a wool scarf made in the Highlands. Cuddly toy. I did not get cuddly toys unless you count the comforters. I'm trying to buy less plush. I'm on a plush ban, a mug ban. Not really selling much plush at the moment. I've got 2 massive bags of plush. If anybody saw my office video, you'll see that I've got massive bags of plush that's just not shipping. So, Lenny says, I'm quietly eating my breakfast. That's why you didn't notice me. Heather Tinkler says, always got to do the bit you enjoy, just be more selective. That's regarding to the sourcing. Sorry. Yes, I am on a Harry Potter DVD ban, Adam Kelsey, which is why we're not telling Jason Entwistle, who is here somewhere unless he sloped off. We're not telling him that I bought 5 of them because I'm definitely on a Harry Potter DVD ban. Nigel says, you don't see comforters here in Norfolk. I think they use vodka instead. Lisa Fenn says, oh, didn't she do well? That was Brucey, wasn't it? Didn't they do well? Yeah, Polly's on a toy and plush ban. Nanny Pat says, I often see comforters and have bought them. I don't seem to have much luck with them. Jason Amasa says he's still there. Nothing to see here, Jason. Nothing to see. And Cara says I'm on a coat ban. Yeah, exactly. I've got a whole rack full. I should be on a buy-in ban. There isn't any stock that I need. I haven't got very many of those left, because I sell second-hand tat. So it's all singles or whatever. I should be on a buy-in ban, but buy-in is the bit I enjoy. Listing's boring. Packing's all right. Posting's shit. Waiting for it to sell is not very exciting. I like buying stuff. I I mean, this is one of the things for a lot of us eBay resellers is actually what we are is serial shoppers. We've all got shopping addictions, and this is one way of feeding our shopping addiction without feeling guilty about it. Andrew says, I'm on a buying ban, so I only spent about £60 today. Yeah, that's what Heather's just said, exactly the same thing. I buy that to sell to feed my buying addiction. Exactly. I think a lot of us, if we're honest, have that. Yeah. This is our way of feeding that shopping addiction that we have. And that is because of the whole consumerist society thing, isn't it? You know, we all fill our... Nobody's knackered anymore. See you, Adam. Nobody's knackered anymore. You know, we all used to, when you think back 150 years ago, we worked so damn hard to stay alive that you were too knackered to be bored and to think, what can I do? What can I spend money on? You had very little money because you only just earned enough to stay alive, and you were too knackered to spend what you did have. And nowadays, I think we've got so many labor-saving devices. We do much more sedentary jobs generally the population. Most of the hard graft is done by machinery now, so the population does sedentary work. We're not as knackered. We have more disposable income, and we're not too tired to spend it. And so we've got ourselves into the mindset of, I'll spend some money. And then you get to the point where you realize your house is full and you don't need to buy any more CDs, and there isn't a new CD out that you want anyway, or a new DVD, and you've got enough clothes and you're bored of all the clothes in your favorite shops because you do it all so often. And that's when I think that's when reselling comes in, because I'm able to continue shopping even though I don't need to buy anything for this house. I'm able to continue shopping, and I've got a handy little excuse. I've got an excuse to do it. Well, I've got to go shopping, haven't I? It's my job. My job is shopping. There we go. This morning's psychological analysis of reselling and hoarding has been brought to you by the letter A and by Satsumas and rollerblades. They never said that, did they, on Sesame Street? It went a bit weird at the end. Love the Sea says, we like the idea of making a profit of items that everyone is walking past. A little buzz. Exactly, yeah, there's that little buzz as well, isn't there? Of going, there we go, yeah. Jason Entwistle says, I push a pissing lawnmower 8.5 hours a day. See, that's fairly body intensive. What's the word I want? You know, if you do a sedentary job, that's a fairly active job, isn't it? That's what I wanted. My brain went fart then. Nigel says, I have to admit, if I go anywhere and don't come home with something to add to the shop, it brings me down. No, no, mate, you've got an addiction. You're addicted to stock. And Andrew says, don't mention Satsumas in front of ads resells. You humanise them. I've missed that as well. I've no idea what that's about. I've got mini eggs, by the way. Does anyone want to? They're mine. I like a mini egg. Lex says, keep fingers crossed for me. My pool elephant auction ends tonight. No bids yet, starting at £229 each. Come on, have you got your watchers? Got watchers on there? Hi, Neville. Manuel, thank you, Deb. That's what I wanted. Hannah says I wanted a mini egg. If you can catch it, you can have it. 14 watchers. Ooh, imagine 13 of those are us. I'm not watching your item. Oh, ads is in. I still have no idea what this Satsuma business is about. Heather wants mini egg and she's only the other side of Bristol. I can't throw it that far though. The reason I'm not on the netball team anymore. I can totally catch it if you've got a long throw. Imagine if you're sitting the other side of Bristol, minding your own business, and a mini egg went past the window. Now you'd be like, Nick's in, and he's mentioning tennis, which is what time I said I would be on, and I was on tennis. I haven't seen Thursday Talk. I always miss Thursday Talks live because on Thursday I take my parents shopping. So I always miss Thursday Talks live. Sometimes I get to watch it on catch up. Hans has bought a whiteboard, and the first thing he wrote on it was humanize oranges. Why, ads? Why? What have I missed? Lisa, no, I'm not. No. Hi, Sue. Misha's mum's in Bristol too. Whereabouts are you, Misha's mum? Jason, you're getting censored by YouTube for your terrible language. I let it through, but YouTube, of course, about it. Are you on the other side of Bristol as well at the moment, Debs? Everybody's on this side of Bristol apparently completely empty, just me. I've gone quiet now. Dead airspace, the dark side. Hartcliffe. It's funny, I live in Southmead, which is has a reputation for being a rough area. However, to us, Hartcliffe and Norwest, which are the side of town, are the rough areas. So I did years of working for Ann Summers, and I would go over to the other side of town to do parties, and on the way over there, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to the scary side of town now. And when I got there, they would say to me, so where are you from? And I'd say Southmead, and they'd be like, oh, you're a bit scary. And I'd be like, okay, just goes to show that we're all perfectly bloody normal. Nobody's scary at all, really. I'm eating all the mini eggs, Heather. I missed a bit where Misha's mum said where she is. Debs is over in Knoll, Hannah's in Whitchurch. Which one was the good charity shop, Heather? Misha's mum says Whitchurch is not dark side, so I'm assuming that's where she is. Hi, Bex. And Lex says she's scary. Lex is not scary. Children's Society. Whereabouts was that? All the ones in Bedminster have gone very expensive. I went through the charity shops in Bedminster the other day and was very surprised by the prices, because Bedminster used to be a bit of a bargain spot for me. But hi, Stephen Bennett. I'm afraid you missed everything. I've done it all. You've missed my very small haul. You've missed my psychological moment, and you've missed me sitting here eating mini eggs. Actually, that's not quite over. You're still in time to see me eating mini eggs. On the main high street near the clearance one that's anything but... Oh, is that one gone? That little one that's about 3 doors up from the St. Peter's Hospice clearance one that's really expensive. Like between Subway, yeah? Subway and the clearance one, there was a charity shop in the middle. And that one's gone, is it? Oh, that was a good one. The Age Concern around the corner is sometimes quite good. They're a bit... very, very full. It's a small unit. And absolutely rammed to the gills, but sometimes reasonable prices. There's the Budster again. He's back. So, Lex is coming. When are you coming, Lex? Are you coming here tomorrow? Lex is coming to visit. So hopefully you will get some kind of live stream and or filmed video featuring Lex. Andreas is like Carla has eyes in the back of her head. Always watching you, dogs. Always watching you. But he's a Staffy cross, Lisa. He's a bit of everything, but he's definitely got Staffy in him. He's got the Staffy shaped forehead and the kind of the butch chest going on. Carmen says I'm standing in the kitchen pretending to load the dishwasher. You're not at work, Carmen. You don't have to pretend in your own home. You can just go, I'm not doing that. Lex is coming tomorrow and she wants to rummage in my vintage box. I love you know I've got 8 vintage boxes for you to rummage in. So yes, so Lex is coming tomorrow. Hopefully we're going to do some videos. What time are you coming, Lex? Come early, because we have to go for lunch with Tammy as well. I've got these eight boxes that my friend has given me. Has got proper vintage retro stuff, and I need Lex's professional opinion before I do anything with it all. Nick says Andrea's thinking of keeping some camo trousers and wants to know if a 40-something can rock that look. Yes, Andrea, you can rock anything, for you are a goddess. You can definitely rock that look. Love the Sea says, what Starbucks or Disney mugs are great to pick up? I pick them all up. I pick up all Starbucks mugs and I pick up all large Disney mugs. Some sell better than others, but bear in mind you can usually pick them up 50p to £1. There's always a profit. Depends on whether you want to make huge profits, in which case you need to go and check completers and solds and see which ones are really... The best I've ever done on a Disney mug was 50 quid. So, and I've never seen another one since. That was an iridescent gold affair, Beauty and the Beast mug, and I got 50 quid for that. Those are few and far between. South London Reseller says, hi all, I've missed it. Sadly you have, yeah. People are talking about dogs. Okay, Polly says I sold a Wally mug for 40 quid. Wally? How do you pronounce him? Wally? Wheelie. Wheelie, 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 woo. Lost it completely. But yeah, obviously, like I said, some are always going to be Wally. Some are going to be worth more than others. I've got a really itchy, I don't know if something's bit me, but something in there is just inside the whirl of the ear. Is that what it's called? Wally. There we go. Okay. So yeah, Lex tomorrow for video fun and games. I don't know if Lex has yet told me what train she's getting. I don't think she has. Tess says, I'm so late, I've missed it all. Sorry. I can't really go through it all again because I've gone through it all twice and it wasn't very interesting the first time. Sue says, if it's good camo, no one will see you anyway, Andrea. Yay! Well done, Sue. Oh, and Treasure Pilot's back. She's on the train. And Lex is coming on the 11 a.m. train, which is far too late to get here earlier. That is a bit late because we normally go for lunch at 12. And bear in mind the train takes at least an hour. Get on the 10 o'clock train. 10 o'clock train, Lex. Chop, chop. Chop, chop. Right. So yeah, there'll be some Lex over the next couple of days. I've got to do some work. Look at the state of my hair again. It's getting very long. Should I not chopped off? I had really, really short hair until I was about 28. Now, there is nothing wrong with being a lesbian. It's fine to be a lesbian. But it is strange to discover years later that everyone thought you were a lesbian when you weren't one because of your haircut. It is strange to discover that. When I look back at photographs of me, I can now see why people thought I was lesbian, because there is a kind of a very... I was going to say traditional lesbian look. That's not the word I want. What is it when you assume things? You know, my brain will not produce words, but you know, there's that kind of standardized. This is what lesbians look like, isn't it? You know, and of course they don't. Lesbians come in all shapes and sizes and all looks and whatever. But what is the stereotypical? Thank you, Heather. My God, my brain. The stereotypical lesbian look that all the cartoons and newspapers trot out, that's what I looked like. And I didn't realize that people thought I was gay. People thought Tammy and I were a couple. And it wasn't until years later that somebody said to me, it was a shame when you and her broke up, wasn't it? And I was like, what? Me and who? You know, you and that other one. That other one what? You and the one you were with. I don't know what you're talking about. Turns out people thought we were lesbians. She lodged here for a while she was in between houses, and people thought we were living together. Like I said, it's absolutely fine to be gay, but it's strange to find out years later that people thought you were when you weren't. Very odd. Sean says, I'm not gay, but my boyfriend is. Boom, Tish. BCP's not a lesbian. Jason Entwistle is. Misha says, sorry, I paused you while I went for a wee. It didn't feel right. I'm in down end. You're not on the dark side either then. There you go. Lainey Ray says, my daughter has long hair and is a lesbian, but my dad couldn't get his head around it because she doesn't have short hair. He's 83. That's it. It's that stereotype, isn't it? What do you mean she's gay? She's got long hair. That kind of, that weirdness. And Heather says, strange when people think I'm straight. I had short hair for ages to help them out. See, stereotypical. That's what I mean. South London Reseller, I stopped wearing check shirts in the 90s for that reason. It's a shame people stereotype. I don't think we do it deliberately. I think it's just a lot of it is an ingrained stereotype that when we realise we're doing it, we try and argue ourselves out. We try and fight against it. But because a lot of it is so ingrained, I think it's something we're learning to challenge. We're learning to challenge the stereotypical behaviour within ourselves that we're not necessarily proud of or pleased with, but it's in there and we have to argue ourselves out of it. I think that makes sense. I'm having another mini egg. And this has got long hair again now, but managed to get myself a lively fiance, a lovely fiance. Why not have a lively fiance? Lainey Ray says her dad also used to use the term she's one of them. My mum says, he's a little bit, And I love to challenge my mum because she's very subconsciously homophobic, subconsciously racist. She doesn't know she's doing it in a way. She doesn't mean it, but again, I'm like, Mum, you can't, that's not right. Mum, the way you're thinking is not right. And I try to challenge it. So I also make life difficult for her when she says, he's one of them. He's a bit, I always demand that she explains what she means, which just pisses her off. I'm like, no, sorry, Mum, I don't know what you mean. What do you mean he's one of those? One of those what? Like what? What you have to explain. I don't understand. She gets very annoyed. Lisa Fenn says, Buddy pricked up his ears when he grabbed another mini egg. Yeah, look at the ears going. Do you want a mini egg? Buddy? Okay, you can only have one. Chocolate's bad for dogs. Here we go. He really likes jelly beans as well. I don't know if they're bad for dogs. You have to crunch it. Chocolate's on the ear can't work. It can't get in. Mag says, I'm vegetarian and get called one of them all the time. And Heather Point says, casual racism is a generational thing. That's what I mean. It's not that... It sounds terrible to say, he doesn't mean it. But what I mean is he doesn't... I'm just going to end up getting myself into a terrible tank here. Thank you, Carmen. And DBG. I am fat, by the way. Anybody watching who wishes to pop into the chat and mention the fact that I'm fat, it's a fairly pointless exercise. I have noticed. I have been around for a while. I own mirrors. I have a reflection because I'm not a vampire, and so therefore that's not news. Yeah, Karen says, my father-in-law's terrible. I had a massive go at him once, but he won't change. Typical old northern flat cat man. Stereotype. There we go. Andrew says, anyone have any tips for getting rid of the smell of cigarettes from PS2 and its games? You need to seal it into a bag with some bicarbonate of soda. So one of the easiest ways to do that is to sprinkle some bicarbonate soda into the toe of an old stocking or some pair of tights and tie it up to stop it poofing everywhere. And then you put it into a large sandwich bag, seal it all in there and just leave it. Another thing that works is putting stuff in the freezer. And I know that works for clothing. I don't know if it works for hard goods. And also, I don't think you could put a PS2 in the freezer. I think that wouldn't do it any good, would it? Possibly not take that bit of advice. That works for clothing. Oh, Dave's talking about the troll. Sorry, I thought you were talking about somebody else's dad when we were talking Karen's father-in-law. Probably wears sandals all around. Go on Facebook later and tell women he loves them for a visa. Yeah, Blaney says, we're talking about generational, brought up a different way, born in a different era. They call my daughter's girlfriend her friend, but they said as long as she's happy. I think that's it. It's a generational thing that my parents try to be accepting, but they're not very good at it. They need reprogramming. We all need reprogramming our ways, don't we? Yeah, Andrew says he's going to try the bicarb. He's not going to put it in the freezer. And Lisa Fenn says, alternatively, put the PS2 on a hot wash in the washing machine. This is not advice coming from me. And Carmen's just remembered she's got a skirt in the freezer. It's been there weeks. And Darren says, why? Because it gets rid of the smell, Darren. It gets rid of the smell of cigarettes and stuff. See, women know stuff. Men know stuff too. You just know different stuff. I don't know what stuff you guys know. You don't know the same stuff we know. We know different stuff to you. Right, having got to the point where we're randomly talking about who knows what stuff, I think it's time to bid you all adieu. So I started with a bonjour, and we'll leave with an adieu, or auf Wiedersehen. I've got German. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu to you, adieu, 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 adieu. We will be back. Anyway, so someone called me fat in the street years ago, and I patted myself down and acted really shocked, pretending it just happened, and they seemed to disappear quite quickly. Okay, we'll be back sometime in the next couple of days with some Lexi-licious goodness. Everybody have a good Sunday. If you haven't subscribed to the Sea Green Adventure, go and do it. Go now. Your Stee needs you. Do I look a bit like the poster? Your Stee needs you. Go and subscribe. And I will see you all next Sunday. Well, no, I'll see you in the next couple of days with Lex, but I'll be back with this next Sunday. Everybody have a good weekend. Bye. Just in time. Bye.